Greetings to my team of 144, all Starseed Lightworkers and Way Showers. It is 727-2019-237. The 222 just came through, and as I connected this computer to my phone, it said Samsung and then 2444. Many synchronicities coming into the field today. It is hotter than Hades out here. I'm in my car today because I had a break at work. It's the only time I'll have to record this, so let's see how it goes. I'm sitting close to one of these energy portals in the woods. I have a massive beast in my vehicle right now that just flew in. You may hear him. He is awesome. Looks like the biggest horsefly I've ever seen. Bzzz. I was just hanging out with a white kitty. There he is. Oh yeah. I'll catch him and let him out once I'm done recording this. And he's staring at me right now with those big, amazing eyes. Hello, buddy. Namaste. Aho. Miteyaku o yasin. All my brothers and sisters in all relations and all realms. Today, it was brought to my attention. Someone sent me a video. I didn't have time to watch it, but I got the gist of it. My schedule's very busy lately, so people send me a lot of videos and messages and stuff, so I don't have much time I barely have time to make these recordings daily with everything that's going on. This little guy is doing some cool stuff here with his legs. Looks like he's bringing down the house. He's amusing me right now. So right now overhead we have a ship that's hovering. Pleiadian. Many beautiful creatures flying around here. I'm close to the portal where I recorded the blueprint the other day. Today, let's see, okay, it says my battery is going to die in 17 minutes, so I'm going to try to make this quick, read a couple transmissions. I'll probably finish this recording hopefully later, but the video that someone sent me had to do with that the Andara crystals are of the dark, or that people are selling. I didn't have time to watch the video, but I've gotten messages from several people, and I made it very clear to the people that contacted me. And I'm having trouble even keeping up with all the emails and stuff, so I'm doing my best. But the gist of it was that there's fake Andara crystals being sold online, which I understand that. Some people are making profits off of things that are just glass, but also there's many people on my team that have been getting the real legit Andara crystals and working with them. So I'm going to be very clear. I myself personally don't work with the Andara crystals. Now they were coming through on the transmissions from Michael Love and other people on the team that they're using these and having great benefits and effects. I myself don't personally use them. Not that I have a problem. I already have many crystal stones. And the thing is, I'm going to make this very clear to the field that I never tell anyone they have to have any tool outside themselves. What I teach a Taoist art, and I teach that everything you need is within yourself. You're your own master, you're your own guru, but there's nothing wrong, or I'm not against using tools outside yourself, like crystals and sound frequencies, drums. I make whistling vessels. I use many things when I teach the Taoist arts. I'll play the flute. Sometimes I'll play the drum. I have other tools, the sound, Jews harps and stuff where I get people, to shift into different awarenesses and different timelines. So I'm not against them, but I never tell anyone they have to use something, because everything is within you. Everything's within yourself, everything you need. You are an infinite multi-dimensional being. But it was like Wayne Dyer, I think, once said, if sitting on a huge block of quartz crystals cures your hemorrhoids, go ahead and sit on it. There's nothing, whatever works. If it doesn't work for you, pass it on or throw it out, whatever you want to do. But I just don't have time to debate with people or to get them to see from a different perspective. And it doesn't matter. Everyone sees from their own perspective and their own perception. So I might be rambling here for a minute, but it's so hot that, we're in a massive heat wave. These rays are coming in, and intense heat today, which many of you are experiencing. I know in Paris, it was as hot in Paris couple days ago as it is in the Sahara Desert. So these are all just signs of these ascensions, of these high frequencies, of these high energies coming into the field as they manifest, and we're all being affected by them on a physical and non-physical. I look at the field always from physical, non-physical. Most people's minds are stuck in the physical. They just look at it from one perspective. I look at the matrix from every angle possible, from all beliefs, all cultures, all systems, all religions, all spiritual practices. And then I create my own philosophy. And that's part of the new earth, the new field that we're coming into. Now, the image in this video today is of the white lion. And it reminded me of the transmission that I gave through the blueprint Starseeds. One person said, "Oh, this is cool. This guy's just staring into the camera." If you're that unconscious, yeah, it looks like it's just a stare, but it was a transmission that I transmitted to the field, to the world, to all humanity, all life. That was transmitted to me from a Zen master, Daido Roshi, in the hallway of a monastery one day. Many years ago, I think around 1991 or something like that, when I was doing a training. It's 244 right now. As I was doing a training retreat at Zen Mountain Monastery up in the Catskills, up in Upper New York. That's over by Woodstock. I was able to go visit Woodstock, where Woodstock was held, and it's not too far. It's this monastery that's out in the middle of the boonies, out in the field, out in the woods, and it's a beautiful place. But like many stories of the Zen masters, it's always these weird, peculiar events where these transmissions happen. It's usually not in the meditation hall or in the dojo. It's usually in these strange, awkward moments, you might call it. It's not awkward, but it's out of the ordinary. It's abnormal, like Abby normal. As I was walking down in the evening through this hallway, it was very peaceful, very quiet. And I'm by myself at the end of this huge monastery, walking down this stairway, just in my own little world. And as I'm walking down, I come to this platform, and the Zen master walks up out of nowhere, out of the darkness, and our eyes just met. We didn't even say anything, and it was this mind-to-mind transmission, and directly from the lineage, from the Buddha, Shakyamuni Buddha. And we didn't even have to say anything. We just both kind of laughed and walked our own way. I don't think I've ever told that story before, but that was in the Starseed blueprint. That's the transmission I give, and many of you have received it. Many of you get it, but obviously I knew before I made it that many people would not get it or not interpret it properly, but that these are for the way showers and starseeds that are on mission through this ascension process. So I'm glad for those that have received it and are giving their own transmissions. So that in the image, this lion, we're at the Lion's Gate. It's by Ulrikke Aagaard. This image, I thought it was amazing, with the third eye, the pyramid over the third eye of this lion. And it made me think of my brother and I used to jam out to this band back in the 80s called White Lion. I don't know if you ever heard them, but there's a amazing song called When the Children Cry. And my brother's a phenomenal musician, guitarist, singer, and I play a little guitar, but he's been playing since he was about 13. And there's once that song, When the Children Cry, let them know we tried. And when the children sing, then the new world begins. It's an amazing tune. Vito Bratta, I think his name was, the guitarist. He's one of the greatest guitarists ever. But check out that tune, and when the children sing, the new world begins, the new earth begins, and the children are singing. So brothers and sisters of the light, my children of the light, rise up, sing from your heart. Doesn't matter what it is, sing with joy, sing with love, sing with passion. Sing out, 'cause if you want to sing out, sing out. And if you want to be free, 'cause it's the only thing to be. You know that you are, you know that you are, you know that you are. I love you, Cat Stevens, you're my brother. You saved my life many times. When I was ready to jump, you were there. 'Cause come and join the living. It's not so far from you. That was like one of the greatest lines ever. I know I'm on fire right now, but come and join the living, brothers and sisters of the light. You know, that was from Peace Train. So ride on the Peace Train. Come on the Peace Train. So pack your bags together. Go bring your good friends too. This person walking by my car thinks I'm losing it. That's cool. I lost it years ago, so whatever. And this thing is ready to freaking die here. That's alright. We'll see what we got. I'll finish this later if I have to. Yes, Sister, the light goddess just comes out of the woods here. So today's transmission, Keeper of the Diamond Light Codes. The Lion's Gate portal opens. A mystical, intuitive entrance into sacred possibilities and vibrational alchemy. You are called. Holding this gateway open for you are many faces and hearts that you remember, for they are the guardians of your soul's journey. There is Isis, Queen of the Nile. There is Sekhmet, the Lion Goddess. There is Kali, Holder of the Secrets. There is Lilith, Keeper of the Ultimate Feminine Truth. Archangel Michael is here. All the archangels steadfastly anchor these new waves of light as they flood into your being. You are being welcomed into the great temple of light, rooted in Egypt, held in the pyramids, shining from the star systems from where you originate. The Merkaba hovers tantalizingly over your vibrational field, poised and ready to descend into the chakras, blending your personal energy with the higher wisdom of the great ones. Mystery, the unknown, multidimensional realms, the ancients, the gods and goddesses, the high priests and priestesses, the master alchemists, the shapeshifters and the time travelers, the keepers of the Holy Grail. All of this and more you will encounter over the coming weeks as you journey further and further, deeper and deeper into the temples. Your outer layers will be burned off, blocks to revealing the inner light codes will be dissolved. You may have to confront some fears and resistance, and yet, at all times you are deeply held and nurtured by the goddess. You are called. You have a unique destiny. Change is in the air. The light is coming. Notice the signs, symbols, and synchronicity all around you. You are in the midst of a divine conversation. Today, the lions open their mouths wide and begin to roar the new frequencies into your being. Did you feel that? There you go. As I said that, did you feel it? The battery died on the laptop. What I was saying is the new frequencies are being transmitted through the sound of the lions. The journey to the inner sanctum has started. Are you ready? This is from SophieBashford.com. Each year on July 26th, the sun, the earth, and the star Sirius move to specific points in the sky, creating an opening between the physical and spiritual worlds. The Lion's Gate is a time of increased cosmic energy flowing between the physical and spiritual realms. On the 8th of August, the alignment reaches its highest point, and this gateway is known as the 8-8 Lion's Gate, due to its peaking on August 8th in Leo, represented by a lion. Don't miss this sacred opportunity to accelerate your Ascension alignment activation. Lion's Gate activation alignment, and this is the code. I, and state your name, now align my whole being to the crystalline codes coming to us on this 882019 gateway. I invoke these sacred key codes of light to pass through every atom, cell, electron within this form of mine, flowing through, filling, and renewing every cell of my mind and body right now, only leaving my true essence. Standing open and gratefully receive these powerful key codes of light, and so it is. 8-8. Ulrikke Aagaard from the Keeper of the Diamond Light Codes. This next transmission from Amanda Lawrence. Wayshowers. Let this day be remembered. July 26, 2019. Humans now begin to be consciousness first with a physical human body. It is easy and clear for all awakened to say that each human being's awakening process has been guiding each, thus building, shifting each to step by step since 2012. It's a very individual and unique process for everyone upon a collective galactic timeline. The highest objective for each soul has been an internal human one, to raise the energetic frequency of the human being, the perceived, separated state, by personal and human inner work, to see and thus dissolve all former mind patterning that we can ascribe to the third and fourth dimensional bandwidth of energies. As we clear lower Hertz frequency programs that embedded and cycled, that created repeated patterns of mental, emotional, and physical experiences in our solid holographic realities, we shift one stage at a time in our human energetic frequency. These shifts raise two things for our human experience: raise the energetic frequency vibration of the physical human body, move the human one step closer to become a conscious awareness that resides outside of the human vessel and holographic reality. We can here read, quote, several human phases that have been perfectly placed within our minds during this ascension process, such as I am consciousness with a physical vessel, and also being in the world but not of it. 26 July 2019 marks the start of being primarily first and foremost consciousness, experiencing, and operating a human vessel. Ascension can be perceived as the raising of our energetic frequency, yet also a perception of descension of the higher self becoming the human mindset, soul integrating into our awareness within and around the human experience and form, and consciousness becoming our primary state of being. Each of the above changes are embodiment stages designed for us all, always in parallel, with us looking at and owning our inner patterns of our own mind that we agreed to experience. We realize via our self-realization stages that all is our unique self-created reality and perspective. To negate complete self-responsibility of our thoughts, words, and actions, that all are an energy and frequency emitted, and just negate ourselves of our own ascension-descension. To blame another, to take the ego's high road, is to be the one not looking within but looking without, fully immersed in the dream, and thus lack of self-responsibility of one's thoughts, words, and actions creates by divine design a repeat cycle to gift again what has not been seen, owned, cleared, and loved unconditionally. We all reach stages within ascension-descension at uniquely designed, most perfect and beautiful timing. Remember, our soul has chosen certain experiences here that have to be played out and experienced so we can want to ascend, yet our soul has designed other experiences to be had first, before another higher energetic stage is to be reached. It's all perfect. There is no hierarchy, no better than, no less than, except that perception experienced via the mind that still may override the human experience. Each stage or shift within ourselves is a starting point of more integration for that specific and focused stage of embodiment. It's all an inside job, and infinite, ever expanding, if we choose to be the open mind and the open heart portal. In terms of the galactic timeline we are all a part of, whether known or not known, we have, as humanity awakening, reached a huge and significant juncture at 26 July 2019. We can say we have always been continually building to this momentous stage, but the last few weeks can now easily be seen as massive choice points for forerunners. I don't like to use the label forerunners at all, as it can create a feeling in some of lack, but the reality is some human beings have volunteered to do this first, then more human beings do, and more, and so on, a domino's effect, until it becomes the change of the world and the new norm. The more that reach higher frequency, the easier and fast it is for others, as all our energy is also part of the whole and human collective energy. I mention forerunners only because it is now, precisely on the galactic timeline, July 26, 2019, that the forerunners embody to become consciousness. They have shifted and are now aware they are consciousness with a physical vessel. This is the start point for them to now become more and more of that. Integrate that, allow consciousness to permeate the living state and become that state of awareness first. The human vessel being additional, a solid vessel they can operate and experience from, act from, create with in the solid reality. So whilst many around the world will be experiencing this consciousness shift that has been building for some weeks, it's early stage of this interchange that is occurring. Meanwhile, the ascension goes on for humanity as more and more now awaken. This will soar from the 8-8, the Lion's Gate. For others awaken, many are gifted starkly more scenarios, more experiences, via people, circumstances, and events, to choose their perception and reaction, to observe their own judgments of the outside, dream, illusion, holographic reality, to then look within any remaining old programming that their higher self wishes to be seen and cleared for their further energetic rise. The aim always to raise each human's energetic frequency and become the change as the consciously aware human energetica, an integrated and equal part of the one, living, experiencing, creating being, an integrated presence within the collective. There is nothing to lose except old programming within that limits and contains within the hologram and restricts their human and soul experience, creating repeat physical, experiential cycles as a result of the ingrained mental behavior they agreed to transcend. There is everything to gain by simply, daily, always observing our reactions, inner thoughts, words spoken, and actions of our own choices made. As each human raises an energetic frequency, and each becoming primarily conscious awareness and getting used to it, allow it to integrate and expand more and more naturally, so no force, we become the change. A change this holographic reality has not experienced before as a collective human race. It takes courage to decide and choose to find you by looking only at ourself. It takes initial courage to be that newer version of the world, family, friends, partners, etc. And then when you realize it's all you, no courage is actually needed, just your desire to be your purest, latest version that is never ending in its own self-realization. To not be is to deny our own self. You are all. Knowing that the only energetic frequency that assists our rise is the energetic frequency we call love, and why love has been humanity's fascination and desire to be sought and found. As we embody more and more energy, thus more awareness, we learn that love is an energy frequency that has higher and higher, never-ending divine values and understandings that we can embody and become to ourselves and to all that is as one. July 26, 2019 marks the beginning of consciousness becoming us. It has begun. Gratitude to all. One love, Amanda Lawrence. You can connect with Amanda on Facebook. Now this is a quote from Lao Tzu. Lao Tzu was a Taoist immortal, Taoist master that wrote the book The Tao Te Ching. If you want to awaken all of humanity, then awaken all of yourself. If you want to eliminate the suffering in the world, then eliminate all that is dark and negative in yourself. Truly, the greatest gift you have to give is that of your own self-transformation. And this has to do with taking responsibility for 100% of your life, 100% responsibility for all that is in your life, no longer being the victim, but being the master of your own presence, your own reality, what we call self-realization, remembering your true self that is beyond words, that is beyond all things. It's just coming in at 11:22 p.m. Eastern Time. A 6.3 magnitude earthquake hits 144 kilometers ESC of Shinju, Japan. There we got the 144. We have some other codes coming through with this earthquake. The epicenter with a depth of 375.75. It's the 37 and the 75.75. Was initially determined to be at the 33.1122 degrees north latitude. So I'm reading this at 11:22 p.m. and it was 33.1122 degrees north. We have the 33rd degree, and then we also have it's 137.3534 degrees east longitude. So we also have the 37 and the 3534. So many people are now seeing the 37, the 73, heaven on earth, the new earth. Bringing heaven to earth, we can call the Starseeds the Heaven Bridgers of the Rainbow Bridge and the Rainbow Tribes. Thank you for joining me here today. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you all that have submitted your transmissions, your video transmissions, and check out our blueprint for all Starseeds video, and then if you feel the calling, create your own video transmission. Also, thank you everyone that's joining us on the mission for the Ecuador Healing Retreat Center. We now have 369 people that have joined our CBD Team Ecuador. It's the 3, the 6, and the 9, the code of the Divine Matrix, the frequency holders. You can join us on cbdpeaceoil.com. We'll put the link in the description below the video. One last thing before I've got to go. Today's Kin 15, Blue Lunar Eagle, the code for today. I polarize in order to create, stabilizing mind. I seal the output of vision. With the lunar tone of challenge, I am guided by the power of accomplishment. Have a beautiful and blessed day. Keep living from your heart. Time is now art. So create, create, create. You are creators of the light, manifesting the new earth through your heart center, the still white magnetic light at the center of your being. Be blessed, be well, be in the love and the light of divine source. Namaste. I love you all.